Archer's shoulders slump. Maybe he's disappointed in my opinions, but it seems he's finally relaxed. I give up. You're certainly a worthy master for me. Ugh. I find it hard to deal with that kind of comment, so I wish he'd stop saying such things.
Huh? A servant has no right to choose her master, but I'll ask anyway. Why am I a worthy master for you?
It goes without saying, you're unmistakably the strongest master. No one would be a better master than to serve you.
Oh, thanks. It doesn't sound like flattery when you say it.
I look away because I'm embarrassed. Intentional or not, he's good. He's good at this. I find it hard to deal with Archer because he speaks frankly like this, even though he's so cynical. But, well, I'm honestly happy that he trusts me. I trust Archer and he trusts me. I don't think this sense of solidarity is a bad thing. Well then, let's take a break. Even if the 7th Master is going to appear, it won't be right now. Wait a minute, Rean. What happened to that jewelry of yours?
You mean my pendant? Oh, I forgot it. It's out of power, so there's no use for it, right?
That's true, but, well, if you say so.
Yes, it's a memento of my father, but it's not like it's my only memory of him.
That's no good. You don't have to be that strong, Rean. So saying, Archer takes out the pendant I left at school. Okay, so you had it. Why did you ask me about it then? I'll let him do it. He's being nice.
Oh, you went and picked it up for me.
Rean has to know he really does care. A lot. Don't forget it again. It only looks right on you, Rean. Wow! If I were a woman, I would be very flustered. As if he's embarrassed, Archer looks away as he hands me the pendant. He's got away with words.
I see. Thanks.
I accept it. To be honest, I don't know if I should be embarrassed or cool about it. The pendant is as it was. As expected, there's no magical energy left in it. Empty of magical energy, it's just an expensive but ordinary jewel, and it doesn't hold any power. But, as Archer would put it, even if there's no power left in this pendant, it still has meaning as something my father specifically left for me. Then, maybe I could just laugh off the fact that I helped that guy by sacrificing my trump card.
Hey, wait a sec.
Something clicks in my head. I wasn't thinking straight back then because of my regret, but thinking about it calmly, I missed something. He saw us, so it'll be dangerous unless we adjust his memory. Basically, Lancer prioritized eliminating the witness over his battle with us. Lancer's thinking probably matches his master's. So, if such a master finds out the guy they killed didn't die, what would he do? The guy they killed didn't die, that's an amazing sentence. Are you saying he's gonna go back to finish the job?
He wouldn't let the guy keep on living.
That's extreme. I get up from my sofa. How would they even know he survived in the first place? This is so petty, actually. It's been 3 hours since then. I might not make it, but after all I did, I have to make it on time. We're gonna save Shiro twice? Twice in one night. I run through the night. Fortunately, I know where his house is. Oh? No, I didn't look it up, but it just happens that an acquaintance of mine goes there a lot, though I've never been there myself. What? Who goes there? Sakura? Maybe Sakura. I can't think of anyone else. Honestly, you're just taking on unwanted troubles. Archer has no interest in cooperating. He was against saving the guy when he was dying, and he's against me going to help him right now. Maybe he just wants you to stay safe and out of danger. It's midnight. Under the cloudy night sky, we reach the Japanese-styled house. I remember this place. Kiritsugu, Mayan, Irisfield, and Saber, technically, set up base here. And is this not the same house that Kiritsugu was building in the end? He was sitting on that chair, watching it being built at the end of Fate Zero. It's the same place. That's pretty cool. There's no sight of anyone in this house on the edge of the residential district. There aren't many houses around it, and there's no one to come and help if something happens here, which something will.
Yeah.
My breath is white. A wind starts to pick up. It must be quite strong as the clouds start to drift fast. The supposedly warm wind of Fuyuki sends chills down my spine, making me tremble. Even if Fuyuki City is considered warm, it's still cold on the hill. The air around here is frozen. I wish it was for me. I strain my ears in the cold atmosphere. In the frozen feeling, I feel a small sense of an enemy.
He's here. The servant from before.
I bite my lip. His presence is perceptible on the other side of this wall. Lancer is in the house already, and about to kill the same guy again, who has just come home without a clue as to what happened. Dude, that sucks.
I'll just have to jump in and beat him. I'll worry about what comes next when it happens.
Just as I'm about to command Archer to go in, blinding. A bright white light, like a fallen sun, comes from within the house. The presence is eclipsed by another presence. The wave of power of the servant Lancer is consumed by an even larger wave. Okay, I've pieced together, already, that this is the opening scene. Even though it was the opening scene, that opening scene was taking place now. This is when Shiro had the gash in his chest when he got stabbed. And this is when he summoned Artoria to save himself from Lancer. Makes sense. Totally. The instantaneous explosion of ether gives the spiritual being a body, summoned to overpower Lancer.
No way.
Yes, way. It's what you couldn't get. I can only mutter. But it's true. To prove it, Lancer jumps over the wall and leaps away as if fleeing from this place. Oh, he's scared!
Hey, Archer, is this another one of your hypothetical scenarios?
Funny one, Reen. I don't know, but this makes 7. All the masters are here now, Reen. Archer answers calmly. I've lost my normal judgment. That's why I didn't even consider the obvious event that would follow. The wind blows strongly. Clouds cover the sky like an umbrella. The unlit suburbs are enclosed by darkness. And the servant jumps over the wall, coming down like a demonic bird. Demonic bird? What's that? Get that trash out of here. Archer has reacted already, but I couldn't react. That was my mistake. The battle ended with that small opening, not lasting even a second. It might have been only a second for me, but for that servant, it was an opening that couldn't be ignored. A sword rushes for me. Are you kidding me?
Huh, Archer?
Archer pushes me aside and the servant slashes him. It happens in an instant. Shut up, Reen. Everything happens in an instant for you. Archer, who handled Lancer's fury of attacks beautifully, has been taken down with one blow.
Archer, disappear!
But I make it in time this time. Just as the enemy servant is about to cut off Archer's head with her blade, I forcibly remove him. This is insane. Who would have thought? A pain in my right hand. It must have been an excessive command, so a command spell has disappeared from my hand. What? Now we have 1. Massive disadvantage. Now there's only 1 remaining. I already said that. But this is for the best. Is it? Rather than having Archer die, I would prefer to lose 1 or 2 command spells. Yeah. I suppose so. Giving no consideration to Archer's disappearance, the servant attacks me What are you gonna do now that Archer's gone? Fist fight Artoria? Good luck with that.
Don't underestimate me.
Ooh! I take from my pocket a topaz with a wind spell stored in it. Then I launch all the magical energy it contains at her without processing it. This is kind of cool. But you're still gonna lose. Good luck. This thing, which can blow away a house without a trace, is a bundle of wind spells I've stocked up over time. It at least sounds powerful. It's one of the 10 jewels I've been putting my magical energy into for 17 years without rest. I'm using all the magical energy stored in it, so even if I can't defeat her, it should at least slow her down a bit. No, not even that. What do we do now? It did nothing. It's over. A swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it touches the servant. Such strong magical resistance. She does have that. Shield of Hay. I remember. Reen didn't. I can't blame Reen. Mere magical energy from a magus cannot hurt this servant. So, this is it. She can't be hurt by magic, and I've lost the protection of Archer, so I can't stop this servant. I barely managed to avoid one blow, but that's all. By the way, this music is so epic. I like it. I look up at the night sky. In it is the figure of cold-hearted death who is looking down at me as I lay miserably on the ground. Quite the cute figure of death.
What?
The wind blows. In between the dark clouds and the spiral sky, the moon shines. The falling moonlight and the beautiful face. She's right. And hey, she gets a second chance. Why is she so insane though? We gotta know why she's so aggro. This is the servant that drove off Lancer, defeated my Archer in one strike, and annulled my magic with no trouble.
That magic was splendid, Magus.
I'll work on it. The girl's voice is like a bell. Oh, don't do this again. Don't do this again. Yes, this voice is like a nightmare right now. No! Are you kidding me?
But this is your end, Master of Archer.
The point of the sword shines brilliantly. On the verge of death, I understand. With just one look, without proof, this is the card I wanted. You're still going on about this? Poor Archer. That's all I gotta say. Poor Archer. The one said to be the strongest of all servants, the hero of the sword. At least she's not talking about Artoria specifically. She just means the class. I look up at the moon, accepting my death. There's no time for me to flee or plead for my life. I will die here, and Reen Tosaku's Holy Grail War will end on the third day. There's only disgrace and regret, and I will probably vanish bearing a grudge against my enemy. But still, I don't feel anything. Something must really be wrong with me. Even though I'm going to be killed in an instant, I adore her again. That's right. If you ask for regrets, that's it. But I guess it can't be helped. It sure can. How about you bring Archer back and fight? Because she's the most powerful servant. I don't even think that's true. I think Gilgamesh outclasses her. In a one-on-one battle? That's what Fate Zero showed. Because her figure is just so heartless, so infinitely valiant, and so beautiful. They did make her beautiful, I'll admit that. Very pretty. Whoa! Hold on. This is cool. What? Reen taking out the finger guns? Finger guns? Okay, we should not be battling in the city. Oh, a bunch of chains. We got a chain user? one new servant. We got Shiro, Fire, Green at the grave. No, get away. That scene with Kirei at Fate Zero. There's Sakura. That's all I gotta say. Hey, we know you. Mr. Abshirt number 2. Oh, there's that girl again with the chains. Presumably a girl. Ew, disgusting. I don't know why. I didn't like that. What are you? Muscle man. That's probably a berserker. Using Excalibur? On who? On top of a building. That's not the safest. Not for them, for everyone around them. Fate Stay Night Real Tenua. Wow. That was epic. We're back at the title screen. Alright. I guess we'll jump right back into it. Look at this desolate place. I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I've created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons, yet those hands will never hold anything. So as I pray, unlimited blade works. Very poetic. Too bad it gave me 5 seconds to try and decipher it. I didn't even advance it, it just advanced itself. Where are we? When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. Oh no! The familiar town had turned to ashes, and it looked like the remains of a battlefield from a movie. But that didn't last long either. The fire had died down by the time the sun rose. The tall wall of flame had shortened, and most of the buildings had fallen. It felt strange being the only thing in that place that still had its original form. Look at this horrific scene, like the sun. That's scary. Extreme trauma. I was the only one still alive around here. I must have been really lucky, or my house was built in a very lucky spot. I don't know which it was, but the point is, I was the only one left alive. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly because I thought it would be dangerous to just stay there. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like the people lying around me. Horrific. Probably because, over and above not wanting to be like them, I had a stronger feeling in my mind. But still, I had no hope. It was already a wonder I was still alive, so I couldn't expect to be saved. I won't survive. Whatever happens, I won't be able to escape from this red world. It was such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. Traumatic. And I collapsed. Was it because there was no air? Was it because no function was left in my body? Anyway, I collapsed and stared up at the clouded sky. Also, anyway, look at that. Anyway, not anyways. Reen. Also, it kind of helps, even though it's fictional, to go into perspective and compare yourself to actual trauma, stuff like this. Everything around me was burned up, and I could see many shriveled people. I mean, look. The dark clouds loomed overhead, telling me it would rain soon. That's good. The fire will be put out once it rains. In the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. I say to myself that it hurts. I say so on behalf of all of the people who couldn't even say so. I'm not even saying other trauma doesn't matter. It's that things need to be overcome. That was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. My body survived. But all the other things about me burned up and were reduced to ashes. If you take away a child's parents, home, and all such things, there's nothing left for him. That's why there was only my body. I think it's a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. Wow. That is poetic and tragic. I have nothing to say. I'm dreaming. More like a nightmare. Huh? I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just light entering my eyes when I woke up, but I'm not used to it. I probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. Is he in the hospital? Huh? When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe. Where am I? I look around. The room is big and there are many beds. A person is in each bed and everyone seems to be hurt. But nothing feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who was saved. I relax and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, the bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. After a few days, I finally understood. I could clearly remember what had happened in the past few days. Even so, I was no different from a newborn baby. Not just a metaphor, it was close to the truth. Anyway, it was a terrible fire. I had been saved from it, was in the hospital with my body wrapped in bandages, and my parents were gone. I didn't get the situation, but I vaguely understood that I was alone. This is rivaling Kiritsugu's childhood trauma. I mean, seriously, this is a little bit too deep even for me. I think I understood quickly. Well, there was nothing but children in similar situations around me, so all I could do was absorb the fact. And after that man came, right when I was beginning to worry what would happen to me next. He came on the day my bandages were taken off and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled coat and uncombed hair. The man, a bit younger than the doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father. Hello, you must be Shiro. I'm gonna assume that's Kiritsugu, right? A smile that seems to melt into the white sunlight. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice. I'll ask you directly, which would you prefer, to go to an orphanage, or to be adopted by this man you've never seen before? That man was saying he could adopt me. When I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said he was just a stranger. He looked like an unreliable guy with no future. Wow. Okay, Shiro. You might be right, but your dad's a hero. But it made no difference, as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. So I decided to go with him. I see. That's good. Get ready quickly then. You should get used to your new place as fast as you can. The guy quickly started packing my stuff. His packing wasn't very good, even in the eyes of a child. Then, after making a big mess... Oh, I forgot to mention something important. I have to tell you one thing before you come with me. Is that okay? He turns to me lightheartedly and says, yeah. To start off with, I'm a sorcerer. What? One of the 5 in the entire world? Okay. Things just got deeper very quick. What makes him a sorcerer? Is time magic special? He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. It happened in an instant. Happens in an instant for you too? Come to think of it now, I was really a child back then. I automatically believed those words. Wow, you're awesome. I guess I said so with bright eyes. Oh, so maybe he's lying. Maybe it's wrong. Since that time, I became his child. Actually, I don't remember what I said back then. But my father would always talk about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. So for my father, Kiritsugu Emiya, that might have been the happiest day of his life. I mean, Shiro, you have no idea. His entire life was misery. That's what shaped his ideals the way they did. So yeah, it probably is the happiest day of his life when he saved you and adopted you. So I guess it was strange for my father to tell me that he was a sorcerer, but I was strange as well for admiring that. And thus, I became an adopted son, and my last name became Emiya. Shiro Emiya. When I said my name, I was really proud of having the same last name as Kiritsugu. This is really heartwarming in such a dire situation, such a grim situation. That's a great way to put it. I'm dreaming. A story from my childhood. It was when I finally convinced my father to make me his student, so it must have been about 8 years ago. When I was old enough to stay at home by myself, Kiritsugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He would say in his normal tone that he would travel the world and actually act on these words. Was he still doing the mercenary stuff? I mean, I doubt it. That's how it was after that. I don't know. What else could he have been doing? That's a big mystery. Maybe he was trying to take down Kirei. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month, and he sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. Huh. Fend for yourself. Hey, that's how I grew up. I mean, not literally like that, but, you know. The Emiya house is a big Japanese-style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. I was perplexed in this house at times, as it was too big for a child. But still, I liked my life here. Kiritsugu Emiya would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child. And the child who shared his last name would be at home waiting for those stories. I was always alone in the house, but that loneliness would all fade with the stories he brought back. The father who was always chasing his dreams like a kid. His attitude was astounding, but he always seemed dazzling to me. That might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. I love this dialogue. This is amazing. Oh, we're changing the day. Or we're not, because we're actually retelling as Shiro. 31st of January. It still is. I hear a sound. I hear a heavy, old, rusty sound as the door opens. Light enters the dark shed. Ugh. My mind waking up. Oh, there's only one girl who says senpai.
Senpai, are you awake?
Feels the cold air and the approaching footsteps. I'll have to get her voice back. I know it's you, it is! There we go. Good morning, Sakura. Look how pretty she is. Hello, and also wait. Shiro's waking up to what? Hold on. What is your relationship status?
Yes. Good morning, Senpai. Senpai, it's morning already. You have some more time, but Fujimori-sensei will get mad if you stay asleep here.
Oh, you're right. Thanks for coming to wake me up.
It's no problem at all. You're always up so early. I can only come and wake you up like this occasionally.
Huh? Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something. Really? I think you wake me up quite often. Though Fujine always hits me to wake me up, so I'd rather have you wake me up. Well, I'll try harder next time. I answer her with a sleepy head. I don't know what I'm saying with my mind not fully awake. So Fujine, like, sister? That can't be right.
Alright, but I'm happier when you don't try.
Sakura is giggling. I guess my head was still dozing and I said something weird. I don't know, you're both being weird. Give me a second, I'll wake up. The cold outdoor air helps in situations like this. That it does. The chill works well to beat the sleepiness out of my head. Yes, very sobering indeed. Should you water too? In front of me is Sakura Mato, my junior at school. This place is a shed behind my house, and the time is 6 o'clock.
Senpai?
Yeah, I'm fully awake now. Sorry, I guess I did it again. I have to help you cook breakfast too.
It's fine. You were up late again last night, right? So you should take your time in the morning. I'll get breakfast ready.
This is... what? Do you have a wife? Sakura says so in a happy tone. It's unusual. Sakura really seems to be in a good mood this morning. I can't let you do that. I'll get up right now, so let's go to the kitchen together. Alright, I'm all set. Let's go, Sakura.
Senpai?
What? Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing, but I think you should change before you go back to the house.
Oh. What's he wearing? What's wrong? That said, I looked down at myself. Are you naked? I fell asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. Like that matters. Being my work clothes, they're pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Fujine would say to me if I went into the house like this. Is Fujimura-sensei living with you? Also, again, I'm the type of guy who would love shoes at the door, clean house all the time. But this is excessive. I guess I'm not awake yet. I'm a bit out of it this morning.
That could be. So you rest here for a bit and I'll take care of breakfast. And you know, if you keep this place a mess, Fujimura-sensei will get mad at you.
You're right. I'll go after I get changed. You go on ahead. Yeah, I mean, what is all this stuff? Are you running a permanent junkyard around here? It's just a bunch of stuff.
Yes, I'll be waiting, Senpai.
Sakura leaves. Dude, you have a literal wife. I'm exaggerating, of course, but you have a girlfriend. Well, I have to change into my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of our yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we all put our junk in. But for me, it's a place of treasures as I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always snuck in there. As a result, it became my base. For me, Shiro Emiya, I guess you could call this place my real room. The big Emiya household doesn't suit me, and I can only relax in this space full of junk. Well then give it to me! I'll take it! Besides, it's a waste. If it's just junk, you could still use it. Most of the things in here are appliances that can't be used anymore. Did I bring all the junk in here because I like the place? Or did I come to like it here because of all the junk? Anyway, since I was always sneaking in here, it became my hobby to fix the broken things. That's actually kind of cool. And it's handy to know. 2 for 1. It's not like I get attached to things. I think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. Mindset check! You pass. And just like that, I was fixing up this stove all last night. I guess I'll finish this tomorrow. It seems I don't have enough concentration seeing how I fell asleep halfway. I shake off the feeling of disappointment in myself. I gather up the parts of the stove and shove them on the shelf full of things waiting to be fixed. There are no spaces on this shelf full of things waiting repair. An old VCR awaits after the stove. I guess I'll ignore the fact that Fujine broke both of them. Why is she here again? She's your teacher, so how does she become your sister? I mean, I don't understand. Alright. I change into my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds a change of clothes along with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the result of failures from when I do my training. There's also some kind of old design inscribed on the floor, like an altar or something. Well, let's get today started. Well, before you start today, Shiro, I just need to point out, this is where Irisfield needed healing, and where Maya died. Right? This would geographically make sense with near the house, their base they had in Fate Zero. Clapping my hands in prayer to the shed, I head for the house. That's why there's an altar on the ground in the circle, right? I emerge from the shed. The Emiya house is a Japanese-style house on the outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow still had this huge house. That on its own is a mystery, but it also seems he didn't have any relatives in Japan. Bounty hunter money. That's why the house became mine and no one else's when my father died. Though, to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old man Fujimura is in charge of complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Old man Fujimura is a big landlord in this neighborhood. According to father, the old man's like a Yakuza boss. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like a Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. That's a problem. Well, that's a problem in itself, but I prefer to ignore it. You're the only one who could ignore that. Come on. Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. It's been 5 years since father died. That reminds me of the final scene of Fate Zero. That made me so sad, but hopeful, but mostly sad. He was 13. Pretty sure. The days have passed quickly. I sigh, thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years. I've trained every day to be like Kiritsugu, but it's not that easy in reality. It's natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvement at all in 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. Well, you know what? You've been gaining the intangibles of persistence and determination and will, so, Shiro, you're doing alright. No, I guess it won't do any good to rush. For now, I have to do what I can. Mindset check, plus 5,000 points. I've liked everything he said so far. Literally. Well then, right now, I should... We have a choice! I'll go and help Sakura. I'll go finish my daily routine. Obviously, we're going to help Sakura. What? Yeah. That's right. I have to go and help Sakura. I'd feel bad both for letting my junior do all the work and for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. Gotta help your girlfriend, dude. But I'm too late. It seems breakfast has already been made. I can smell the elegant scent of breakfast befitting Sakura. Sakura has finished cooking and is opening the cupboards. I can see that all she has left to do is set the table. Then help her with that. I'm sorry, I'll at least get the dishes ready, so you go and sit down.
Huh? Oh, you're here already, Senpai?
Not already. We're usually eating by 10 past 6, so I certainly slept in.
I don't think so. You're not in any club, so this is still early for you.
Clubs have nothing to do with this. When you bring clubs into it, the problem is that you come here when you have morning practice to go to.
No. I'm doing this because I want to, so please don't worry about my club.
Look at her. She looks like a wife at home. I'm just saying. Don't get offended, weirdos. Yeah, you always say that. That's why I wake up early, clubs or not. It's rude for me to sleep in if you're going to be here. This dude's mentality is A+++. S+. If there's anything higher than that, it's there. This guy's elite. For me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and sleeping in is making Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Though, this has only been a habit for a 1.5 years or so! You got it. You're together. It's been decided. Anyways, no! You take a rest. We only have to set the table, so at least let me do that. I stand next to Sakura and take out the dishes. Sakura is stubborn at times, and in situations like this, she won't rest unless she's forced to.
Oh, then I'll help too. I'll load the plates and you can take them out.
No, I'm saying I'll do it all myself.
That won't do. You're head of this household, so you should just sit contentedly in the mornings.
They're literally a couple. But Shiro, a good boyfriend or husband helps his wife, even here. Sit contentedly. A head of household who leaves you to do the work by yourself is a failure. Let's go! It's okay, so go to the living room. Let's go!
That's right. Please be a failure. This is repayment for letting me eat good food all the time. So if it's possible, I'd like for you to rest.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I'm gonna stop interrupting, but Shiro, push back like you're a linebacker. Go! Hey, we're going 50-50 on the groceries, so you shouldn't worry about it. I should be the one thanking you. Since you've started coming here, our meals have improved.
Oh, I knew it. You don't get it, do you, Senpai? That's not why the meals here are good.
Huh? What do you mean that's not why?
No, it's nothing. But please take responsibility because I can't eat a pleasant meal anywhere else anymore.
Look at her. Look at her with her cute pink apron. So at home. They're so good together. Idiot! Don't say such weird things. What if Fujine hears that? She doesn't understand jokes.
You're right. It would be a huge problem if Fujimura-sensei overheard that.
Then kick her out of the house. Also, what would she do? Right. Don't say such weird stuff.
Yes, I won't. I won't say anything so I can help you, right, Senpai?
She just trapped him. Yep. I guess we have to do what she says now. I kind of like that. Sakura looks up at me, naturally and calmly. Fine, do what you want. If you want to help so much, go right ahead.
Yes, I'll do as I please.
You really don't listen to anything I tell you anymore, do you, Sakura?
That's true. Maybe I'm becoming more like Fujimura-sensei.
Speaking softly, Sakura reaches up for the cupboard. Her silky hair and smooth skin catch my eye. Uh-oh, control yourself. How can I put this? It's troubling. She must be maturing as she seems really feminine these days. Shiro, you're a man. It's alright. But being a man also means you control yourself. So be good. Your casual movements in her figure are so beautiful that I instinctively look away.
Senpai, is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry, it's nothing. He said it's nothing twice. Not convincing.
Huh?
Honestly, why am I feeling tense around my friend's sister? Because she's beautiful? Sakura's a good underclassman and a junior I need to take care of. She's the sister of a close friend of mine, but since she's a grade below me, we weren't that close. He's already close friends with Rin? Alright, Shiro. I see you. You're doing well. It all changed a year and a half ago into this cooperative kind of relationship. Sakura came to cook when I was injured, and after that, I think we just ended up like this. I think we intended to do it until my injury healed, but some trivial thing came up to make her stay with it. Anyway, Sakura is a good cook and perfect at cleaning and doing the laundry. It's a big help to have her helping around here in the mornings, but it's been a bit troubling recently. The problem is not in Sakura, but me. Duh. Duh. She is very pretty. Maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. Usually I'm fine, but when I'm caught off guard like just now, I blush. Does this make me an unsuitable senpai? No. You're just attracted. It matters what you do with that. Breakfast is placed on the table. A perfect breakfast consisting of chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach, radish and carrot miso soup, and yam soup. Ha! Health monster over here!
Itadakimasu!
Itadakimasu! Sakura and I bow and start our meal quietly. The sounds of our chopsticks echo. Sakura isn't the talkative type, and I'm not versatile enough to talk while eating. Well, whether you're versatile or not doesn't matter. How about manners? That's what matters. Don't eat with food in your mouth, or don't eat with food in your mouth. Don't talk with food in your mouth, that's what I mean. Naturally, meal times are quiet. Usually it's louder, but today, the loud person is... No. She must have been watching spy movies last night, as she's eyeing us while hiding behind a newspaper. Is she 5? She looks immature. Now that I'm looking again, definitely. Why are you even here? Who brought you here?
Fujimori-sensei, don't you think you shouldn't read the newspaper during meals?
Fujine ignores Sakura's question. No, more like she got caught. Sakura's good. She's acting weird, but Fujine always acts in suspicious ways during breakfast. Sakura must be used to it, as she continues to eat with no particular care. Sakura prefers to make Western foods. She learned to cook Japanese food after she started coming here to help. Fujine and I prefer Japanese, so Sakura learned to make Japanese food for our breakfast. Wow, she really cares. Also, can we please stop clanging our silverware? You can't be making this much noise. Now she's so good that she's almost surpassed me, her teacher. Her miso soup is tasty, and she has shown some capacity even for making yam soup by grinding yams. Well, if he taught her, that means he knows how to cook, and hey, men out there, boys out there, learn how to cook. It's a really great skill to have. Actually, I think this is the first time she's made it. Sorry, Sakura, can you pass me the soy sauce?
There you... Oh, wait, Senpai, your soy sauce is empty.
Fujine's will do then. Can you get it?
May I, Fujimori-sensei?
Fujine nods. Her newspaper trembles.
There you go. Are you going to use it on the yam soup?
Yeah, you usually put soy sauce on the yam soup, right? I put the soy sauce onto the white yam soup. After stirring it, I put it on the rice and take a bite. The stickiness of the yam and the taste of the soy sauce. Oh, this is terrible! This is oyster sauce! I know who that is. You have to be joking. Are we really doing this? Are you a teacher or are you 5? Actually, you know what? A teacher with the mental age of a 5-year-old isn't as uncommon as I'd like. Fujine throws her newspaper away.
How's that? It was my plan to switch the labels earlier this morning.
Female spy throws up her arms to show her happiness. What are you thinking? You're always like this even though you'll be turning 25 this year. What? She's older than me. Clearly that doesn't matter.
Haha, did it teach you a lesson for what you did yesterday?
Nope. Though, it did teach me you're immature.
It's divine justice for picking on me with everyone else.
Divine justice doesn't come from people. I thought you were calm, but this is what you were thinking about?
That's right. That's why I have to go and start grading the exams now. Yup, I should hurry up.
Fujine sits back down and finishes her breakfast quickly.
Thank you. Breakfast was lovely as always, Sakura-chan. Thank you, Sensei. I'm going on ahead then. I'll get mad if you two are late.
What? And she runs off. Okay, she's gonna delay my breakfast, right? And then get mad if I'm late after my breakfast was ruined by her? What a scam artist. There's something wrong with a world in which that thing is a teacher.
Senpai.
Sorry about that. Fujine didn't really take the time to enjoy your breakfast.
No, it's not that. Did you do something to her yesterday? It's a bit too much for Fujimori-sensei to play with food.
Is it? Well, yeah. I accidentally called her by her nickname.
I guess it can't be helped in that case. You didn't apologize to her, did you, Senpai?
I suppose this might be what Rin was talking about earlier. Sorry, I forgot since it happens all the time.
You mustn't. Fujimori-sensei doesn't like you calling her so, Senpai. You made her cry again, didn't you?
I made her run away too. Yesterday's English lesson was a self-study because of it. What? She cried and ran away? I don't think you're suitable to be a teacher. And I was awarded a student honor written on notepaper, but I threw it away.
It was all your fault then.
Fujine is like a big sister for Sakura, so she's basically on Fujine's side. That's good in its own way, but I wish she'd consider my situation where I have to deal with Fujine 24/7. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of Father's, and she's been coming to the house a lot since I was adopted. I think I did actually see her in Fate Zero at the end, so that answers that mystery. She started to show up even more after Father died, and she's now almost a dependent, eating breakfast and dinner here. No. Maybe she's why I was able to make it on my own even after my father died. Fujine, Sakura, and I are now the residents of the Emiya household. But I'm the only one who knows that my father was a magus. It said that magi must hide their identities. That's why I've been hiding the fact that I'm learning magic ever since I became my father's student. I say I'm learning, but I can't even cast a single magic spell properly. Well, it sucks we won't be getting any time-altered spells. At least not yet. With this kind of a skill, it wouldn't make much difference whether I hide it or not. But because it was how my father wanted things, I've trained secretly since then. Maybe he could get it later. We can hope. I finish breakfast and prepare for school. I clean the dishes with Sakura while listening to the news on TV. Sakura is staring at the TV screen. Over the screen runs an exaggerated teletype reading, "Gas leak accidents continue." Doubt it. Probably a servant. It seems there was a big accident in the neighboring town of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. It seems a whole floor of people ran out of oxygen and fell unconscious. What? They've called it a gas leak, but this kind of accident is happening often recently. Are you worried about the news, Sakura?
No, not really. I just thought it's near. Senpai, your workplace is in the Shinto area, right?
Yeah, but it's not really a big place. I don't think an accident like that would happen there. But it's not a risk I can completely ignore. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and on top of that, it hurts to think that hundreds of people are suffering. It's said that the accidents are happening often because of defective construction work during the rapid development of Shinto. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't want any more victims. You know what? Plus 500 points for being a good guy. It is dangerous. We'll have to be careful here, too.
Oh, don't worry, Senpai. I check the gas twice every time.
Sakura boasts with pride. No, that's not the point. Yeah, I've thought so before, but Sakura is a bit off, too. You guys are perfect for each other. So far. We'll see if that continues.
Senpai, did you lock the back door?
I did. I bolted it. Is there a problem?
Not at all. Then I'll lock the front door now. When will you be home today, Senpai?
I think I'll be a bit late. What about you, Sakura?
I'll be back at the usual time. I'll probably be here earlier, so I'll start getting dinner ready.
Does this not sound like a couple? Husband and wife? Look, I'll see what happens, but I'm just saying. Yeah, that'll help. I'll try to come early, too. We lock the gate. Sakura and Fujine also have keys to my house, and the rule is that the last person out locks up. Let's go. You won't make it to morning practice unless we hurry.
Yes, let's hurry then, Senpai.
All right. We walk down to the town together. Passing the long wall and going downhill, we reach the residential district. My house is on top of the hill, far away from the center of town. Going down the hill takes us to the residential district and beyond that. I'm getting tired. I should stop soon. We reach the crossroads at the center of this town. You know what Rin would say? It's this ordinary. Shut up, Rin. From here, there are many roads, a big bridge leading to the neighboring city, which I don't want to go to because it's basically Iskander's graveyard. Here lies Iskander. A hill road that leads to Ryudo Temple. I also don't want to visit that. It's not my religion, so no thanks. The residential district on the other side of town, which I also don't want to visit because I just had leg day today and that's steep. The shopping district Sakura and I always use. Okay. And the school we're heading to right now, mandatory.